is our third discussion video for LAX 2049, Group 29. I've got news for you. And then we have decided the name for our news publication, which is Nemo News. And also we have our first section, which is food section. And now we have to discuss about our second section. So that day we decided to discuss about the technology section. So now we have to choose two news about technology. Okay. So I'll start first. Okay. The first tech
Introduction. Introduce.
Okay. So my name is Louise. My metric number is 194692. I'm a food tech student.
My name is Eng matrix number 193856. I'm Bachelor of Food Science and Technology.
My name is Xian, matric number 193063, food tech student.
My name is Aina Mardiah. My matrix number is 192300. I am agriculture student.
My name is Syahirah and my matric number is 192027 and I'm agriculture student.
My name is Yuan. My matric number is 193062 and I'm a food tech student.
And my name is Kiong, matric number 194750 and I'm also a food tech student.
My name is Warith Zahor Suleiman. My matrix number is 204913. I'm from computer science.
So let's start. So the first news, I found something about a drone. A drone is a small plane that will use a controller to control it. And then the news is about a woman. She used a drone to look for her son's body in Mexico's killing fields. So the thing is, the woman her name is Leticia Hidalgo. She's a retired school teacher and she's 57 this year. And her son was kidnapped by a group of armed men who came to their home in the state of Nuevo Leon. And that time her son is about at the age of 19. And then before she pay the ransom, the money, she's able to talk to her son on his cell phone. But then one day she can use the GPS signal to check the phone on the computer, but then one day the signal went out. So something bad happened to her son, that means. So she decided to learn how to look for the signs of the shallow grave in somewhere. That she found the evidence of the kidnappers will throw the dead bodies in the place called Mexico's killing fields. And then she learned many ways to look for the signs of the shallow grave, like how to drive the metal rocks into the ground and then take it out and smell to look for the smell of the decaying corpse. And also in the end she teamed up with other victims' relatives because her son is not the only victim, and also they team up and buy a drone. Then she learned how to use that drone to look for her son's body like this. And at last, until now she haven't able to successfully look for her son's body, and but they are able to get some evidence of the broken pieces of the body parts of other victims. So the main theme of this news is about like how technology can help them in looking evidence like that. Okay.
Interesting.
Although she didn't successfully get her son's body, but then she do not need to like really walk there and then look for herself. Only she can use a technology to help her to do this.
The main technology is using the drone.
Yeah, the drone. The main thing is the drone.
So the news I have found is about face recognition, the idea. Because this one is this news is from the Star and is rather a company from China, which is Hanwang Technology, and then come up a technology that can successfully recognize people when they are wearing masks. Because now the coronavirus very serious, So they develop this technology, so even the people is wearing mask, but they can still like can be recognized by the camera. And then this one is because if like the convention no, the normal technology, if the accuracy of the normal technology that recognize the people is 99.5%, but if they wearing mask, the accuracy is 95%. So I think this is still considered high, yeah. And then and then this technology can also connected to the temperature sensor, which is measure the body temperature lah, while identifying the people's name. So when in like their body temperature exceed 38 degrees Celsius, so that they can identify the person. This like I think this is mainly used in like entrance for entrance airport or office building
It's still not commercialized to people.
yes, I think now
Only
it's only available in China. But I think it's quite
High technology.
yeah,
Maybe it
yes.
costs a lot.
Because now people wearing a mask still can be recognized.
It's created because of coronavirus.
Oh yes, it's just created.
I very advanced technology.
I forgot to say that my news is from the news, the Star newspaper. So what's the source?
My next is the star also.
My news, mine is quite similar to you. It's also facial recognition, but it's not the wearing mask type one. It's facial recognition technology to in KLIA means when you want to board the plane, you don't have to like go and check in the kiosk or counter. They invent a machine or something like machine, and then they will just give the passenger a single verification token, and then they will by using this token they can check in like their baggage drop, security checking, boarding, and without having no need to like show their passport or boarding passes anymore. But this technology is not yet launched. It mentioned that it's just going to launch soon, but didn't mention when is it. It's from FMT News.
So
This is my news.
it's installed at airport.
Huh?
It's
It's something like yeah, KLIA, but it's not launched.
So
It's planned to launch.
Yeah, soon. But didn't say when.
Okay, so my news is also from the Star, which is reported on 4 March 2020, very recent. So it's about a group of scientists that discover how local fruits such as durians and jackfruits has potential to charge batteries and store the energy. They are a group of scientists from University of Sydney, Australia. So they discover that the durian and jackfruits can transform into supercapacitor, and which can be used in smartphone. But nowadays in smartphone they don't use supercapacitor because it is costly. So it's still a bit of an obstacle. So they are trying to overcome that. And this the reason they say it is the future of smartphone or any other machine is because the supercapacitor can be recharged quickly, and it also can be recharged over and over without degrading the quality of the battery, so it can last longer. So they said that they were inspired to conduct this research because they are trying to find an alternative due to the global warming and the rapidly depleting of fossil fuels, which is the original sources of energy for us. So they also say that it is beneficial for us because we are converting the food waste, which is durian waste and jackfruit waste, into value-added products, and it not only improve the economy but also reduce pollution around us. So that is my news.
But how does the food function to generate the
It's not stated in this article, but I think because durians they leak gas. Maybe the gas can, and we are also doing biogas right now. So biogas can be used as an energy, as a source of energy. It's a new fund from several research. Yes.
So my news I get from Checking Asia. So this news is about Singapore launches public trial for autonomous shuttle. This news was published on 20 August 2019. So this news actually stated about this autonomous shuttle that launched at Sentosa. So as the engineering which operates the demand service, and the visitor can use this shuttle using via the mobile app that called the Right Now Sentosa. If this shuttle is bringing the visitor along 5.7 kilometers to the destinations such as Palawan Beach, Sentosa Golf Club, and it is free of charge, and it will on weekdays from 10 a.m. to noon and from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And this shuttle is actually equipped with various technologies such as radar, GPS, and odometry and computer vision to help them the shuttle sense the environment and identify the navigation routes.
What's the name of the shuttle again?
I don't know, it didn't mention. So they mention only the company that actually making the shuttle, which is ST Engineering.
So
Singapore Transport.
so it's open for the public.
Yes. Open for tourists all.
And free of charge. Good.
So,
Taking Asia.
Taking Asia. So my new is from website called Loya, LOWY.
Loya.
So it's about the waste. I think nowadays every car has a website because no waste we like doesn't know how to go there, go here. So it's about the waste is to help the driver navigate in the tunnel and underground road. Because if we go under the tunnel, then the waste will lost function. Right? So this waste beacon is from Southeast Asia, but now it's bring to Malaysia already. It's used based on the Bluetooth device, but in whole Malaysia now just at the TRX. Do you guys know TRX? Tun Raza Exchange. Because I'm not from KL, so I'm not really understand where is it.
I heard before, but the
What Jalan Tun Raza, Bukit Bintang and Sultan Ismail, that area only. So if you go there and this way, if you go underground, then you can use this waste. Just a very simple news.
Okay, my news is about how to stop your phone from using so much data. So the so the news is from the New York Times. So all of us have phone, right? So there are some time when we overuse our data and maybe we need to pay pay more for it. So here are some ways to prevent us to use much data. So first and foremost is always connect to Wi-Fi whenever possible. This is the most simple way. Because if we connect to Wi-Fi, it's definitely we won't use our data, especially when we watch video, which which use the which use data the most. And the second tips is see which apps are using the most data. So it is also very simple. Just find out which is the most the apps using the most data. Then maybe we try to uninstall it. No lah. We can try to use it maybe less.
Okay.
Like YouTube it's impossible to uninstall YouTube, right? And the third tips is tweak your app settings. So there's a lot of settings that can be used to minimize our data usage. So when, for example, when we use Facebook or Instagram, there is the ability for to auto play these videos, right? Auto play this video.
Auto replay.
Auto play.
Playlist.
It will play automatically when we
So you have to
close it.
so we can in the setting we can cross it or change it. Only auto play it when we connect to Wi-Fi. And also when we are watching YouTube, we can watch the video in the standard definition instead of HD.
Low quality.
No, the standard one is 480 pixels. It's still considered okay and it's still clear lah. And lastly, for the app update, we also can auto update the apps, but we can also switch off it or only auto connected to Wi-Fi. And lastly is to get a better deal on our data. It's also a very simple way. We can use the same money to buy more data for different plans like Xiaokong, DG. Maybe they have different plans like that. That's all from my news. The source is
The New York Times.
the New York Times.
My news is very good one. Everyone know Apple, right? Apple.
Apple.
Yes,
Okay.
Apple agreed themselves to release 500,000 million for just returning old iPhone. Yes. So Apple has agreed to pay 500,000 million to slow down old model iPhone in order to push consumers into buying a less more expensive model like iPhone 11. Yes. And most people will know which requirement needed in order to return the phone. You have an old iPhone, you need to return it. Yes, so they have their requirement. So the model that cover the agreement are 6S and 6 Plus, 6S Plus that run iOS version 10.2.1. And another one is 7 and 7 Plus model that run iOS 11.2 OLED version. So if you have it one and you don't use it, you just go there and return it and get someone. They will look at the quality of the phone. And the reason of doing that is because most of consumer complain that their phone performance suffer after installing the application software update. You know, if you have a newer version and you have an older version, the software inside you can update it. So the one which have like 5S, they just update it. The same operating system at 11. So the phone becomes slow. They complain it. So that's why they give us this offer. Yes. And my source of the news is Tech Asian News.
So that's all 8 news here. So we just choose. We have to choose 2. So everyone pick 2. Okay. You have your desired news. Right? Okay. So the first one, a woman who used her drone to find her son. The second one, the technology that can recognize people who are wearing the mask. The third one, the facial recognition is KLIA. The fourth, the use of the durian and also the jackfruit to charge the battery. The shuttle for the
Public use.
for public users. The use of the ways to in the GPS application underground. Okay. How to stop your phone from using too much data. About the Apple iPhone. Okay. So the highest one will be the technology to recognize people who are wearing a mask. And the second highest is the durian and jackfruit to charge the battery. Okay. And then there's news. So what's the next section we are going to discuss?
I suggest that we can choose health.
Then then the last will be the entertainment. Okay.
So next week, same time, same place.
Okay.
Thank you.